Have you ever had one of those days where you woke up tired with confusing emotions and you just found it harder to be happy or productive? If so, how did that negatively impact your day? I mean, I know when I have those days, I don't feel like myself. I'm more irritable instead of being in a fun-loving attitude where I joke with my friends and my family. And I have less energy, which makes it harder for me to tackle my to-do list, errands, and chores. And when this happens, I find that I feel bad about myself at the end of the day because that day, it didn't progress my life in the direction that I wanted it to. And I also noticed that I kind of get mental fog, where it's harder to crack jokes or really even process information, which leaves me feeling frustrated. And when this happens, I usually form negative thoughts and self-doubt, which cuts into my happiness, confidence, and potential. Ultimately, these days leave me trapped in a life where I feel underaccomplished, and where it feels like I'm running my life in autopilot mode rather than being in control and being happy. Now, if any of this story resonates with you, don't worry, because I escaped living in the deep depths of this place. You see, on June 29th of 2016, I was stabbed in the arm, chest, and throat. The blade went extremely deep in my arm, punctured my lung, and halfway through my throat. I was left on the floor to die. But instead, I woke up 7 days later from an induced coma. I was living off tubes. Like if you unplugged those tubes, you unplugged my life. And while I was grateful to be alive, it felt like I'd lost all sense of who I was. My legs forgot how to work. In fact, I couldn't even stand up. I had nerve damage in my tongue that prevented me from being able to talk, even after I wasn't living off tubes or living on tubes. And on top of it, I lost every ounce of muscle I ever put on from years of weightlifting. And my energy levels, they were depleted like a lake in the summer. In fact, I couldn't even finish eating a meal. I'd have to nap halfway through because I'd get so tired. And on top of it, my brain, it couldn't solve a simple equation like 11 times 11. My cognitive function felt comparable to a 4-year-old's. But the worst part was what happened to me mentally. My confidence disappeared like a quarter in a magic show. My head was just constantly plagued with negative thoughts and self-doubt. I was left asking myself, am I ever gonna get back to a functional state where I feel good? Can I still hit all my goals, my dreams, and my ambitions in life? Or am I destined for a life of mediocrity where my potential, it rots away with my ambitions? I spent the next few weeks contemplating these questions, and ultimately, I decided I wasn't gonna go down like this. That's when I started to research the secrets of evolution, biology, and psychology that enabled me to build myself up again. Simply put, I found ways to tap into how we are hardwired as a human to boost our mental alertness, our energy, our muscle gain, our fat burn, productivity, and happiness. I put all this ancient wisdom into the New Era of Health 3-step system. And I actually applied this system to my life. The results, they were unreal. I woke up with laser focus, ready to conquer the day. My energy levels, they skyrocketed like a NASA rocket. And this new profound energy, it enabled me to absolutely own the day and crush all my goals. And on top of it, my mental alertness, it blew up like a bomb. I was processing information quicker, and I was able to crack jokes on the spot because of that. And I simply took on life in a fun-loving attitude, which enabled me to live life to the fullest, you know? Because the reality is, when you aren't happy, it destroys all areas of your life. But not only did I feel and think better than I ever had in my entire life, but my physique, it went to an entirely new level. I was packing on dense muscle quicker than the Flash could run a mile. And on top of it, I was tearing through my fat like Wolverine. Ultimately, I shredded into a lean, a powerful, and an attractive body like Zac Efron's. And that's why I know you don't have to worry, because if the New Era of Health 3-step system brought me from the brink of death to where I am now, imagine what it could do for you. Imagine waking up with tons of energy, laser focus, and being mentally sharp. What kind of effect would that have on your productivity, your happiness, and how you feel about yourself? And how would that change in how you feel about yourself affect your social life, what you're capable of, and your potential? When you become a conqueror, you notice that your entire life transforms right in front of you. You begin to radiate happiness, and that new profound happiness attracts even more happiness into your life. That's exactly why you see all these celebrities like Mark Cuban, Gary Vee, or Grant Cardone, always in a fun-loving attitude, being happy, and around others who radiate happiness as well. Now, with that being said, if you are an ambitious man who hasn't given up on your dreams, your goals, and your potential, then I invite you to check out the New Era of Health 3-Step System. This system, it'll enable you to gain boundless energy, to think as clearly as the guy in Limitless, to be in a fun-loving attitude every single day of the week. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, then go ahead, click the link around this video.